Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another day of the PUBG Nordic League. Today we have Group A versus Group C. And I can't hear myself, but I will fix that. Give me a second. Could be better now. There we go. That sounds way better. All right. Welcome to another day of the PUBG Nordic League. My name is Envy, and I will be your caster for the evening, as I was for the other 5. And we're going to see which teams will be able to prevail and which teams will unfortunately not get a cut of the prize. Let's hop over to the leaderboard. Joining us today are the following 16 teams. Primal, so far with 58 points from the first match day in Group A versus C. Then we have Triema with 53, 48 points each for Washed and Kitchen, 45 for Unwanted, 42 for Vulcan, 41 for Lois and Redane, 40 for Tilt Factory, 31 for Retired and Expired, 28 for All Against Us, 26 for Higos Amigos and Skara Sommerland, 23 for Perpetual Failure, 22 for Storanam, 18 for the Next Gen Boomers, and 18 for the Young Danes as well. Sorry, I have slightly sniffles, so yeah, I'm slightly sick, but I will push through this. So don't mind if I will not say anything. It might be that I have to blow my nose. All right, let's hop over to the complete leaderboard so we can check out who will be in reach for the points. So, no slack, 255 points. Then we have Hypebeast with 245. Triema on rank 3 with 198, still able to push further and get in front of the Hypebeast and No Slack with a good day. Then we have Primal with 174 points. Thirst Traps with 168, Washed with 152, NWP 142, Late to Party 136, 131 for Unwanted, 121 for Lathan and Dane, 111 for Kitchen. The Young Danes with 101, then we have 97 for Tilt Factory, 95 for Higos Amigos, 95 as well. For Vulcan, 90 for Dragon's Kiss, 86 for Perpetual Failure, 75 for the Boastgasters, 65 for Skara Summerland, 63 for 6 feet 4 fully tatted. 1 point missing though. That would be way funnier. 59 points for All Against Us as well as Doranam. 45 for Retired and Expired, and the Next Gen Boomers with 44 on rank number 24. And with that, we almost can start day number 2 of a Group A versus C. We will hop over to one of the older maps with Miramar before we will hop over to Tego and Rondo, the slightly newer maps, and end our last day, obviously, on Erangel as usual. So let's hop over. Match number 1 will start now. It's match 1 of day 6, though. Fix that. And now you can see the beauty of Miramar's water and air. This right here is our flight path. We'll start close to Partona and end it slightly close to Oasis as well. That means good spots for all the teams. The slightly outer-lying parts are not reachable. Gonna try to mark it in. This should be roughly, very roughly be the area the teams can reach. So Impala, Al-Azhar might be a tough spot, tough stretch. Same goes for Tierra Bronca and Puerto Paraíso, as well as Alcantara. Everything else should be fairly reachable for the teams. And if that is the case, that's what we will see now. 58 players joined us for match number 1 because one team already pulled out of the matches, unfortunately. But we have all the other teams in here. Let's see who's dropping first. Tilt Factory, one of the first to drop. Let's see who follows. And we have All Against Us, Unwanted, Primal, the Young Danes, Triema. That should be the Next Gen Boomers, if I'm not mistaken. Ah, no. That's retired and expired. My fault. Kitchen. Storenam. Garasommerland. Lieutenant Dane. Washed. And Vulcan as well as the next gen boomers. And last but not least, there's still one player from Primal in the plane. It looks like Euro Enjoyer might be away. Not quite sure if he's AFK or if he just has trouble with his PC or the game in itself. Let's hop over here. This is the hot drop between Suriname and the guys from Perpetual Failure. Perpetual Failure with the disadvantage they only have three players instead of 4 today. Because unfortunately Zyko was not reacting. Fluffy. The first little vision of Alexander. Button down here, waiting in the swimming pool. Just with an AK and 60 shots. Might not be enough. Soda already on the roof. Flying 1 FPS with the Panzer in hand and Spectro just waiting at the Golden Mirado. And Soda with the first knock against Fluffy. Not able to go for the flush though. Only nades coming in. You can see the push coming from the lower levels over here. Spectro just waiting behind the wall. Found the first one. Vlad knocked. Panther in hands of flying. He's flashed at the moment. Spectro goes down. That just leaves flying. And he's down as well. Kill with the kill. And therefore, Storenam annihilates a Perpetual Failure in match number 1. Only team so far with it, which shot. The Primal with Jergizi already in a good position in the circle. Circle quite central. Good position for Revenger over here for Washed. For Revenger. Searching for a spot in the circle. They did find one. Can see more movement by Skara Sommerland. As well as next gen boomers over here. And some movement from Triema. McLockerson might fall victim to Sarah Crooks. And retired and expired if he moves in their way. Just barely dodged that tractor. See Sarah Crooks back. Moving for the top hill compound. That's a tough split, considering that there are only 3 players. Cocky doesn't know that he dodges that spot for his team. Would have been a good spot. Not gonna lie. Considering that we might get this in circle around here. So Cocky's best bet would be to go for the saloon over here. Shots no. Because he just trying to prohibit other teams from advancing to his compound over here with some shots. Tommy Bob Taulau and Harry moving up to the position from Cocky McBlockerson. And we still have 4 teams which are not in the circle yet. The Lothian Rentane, the Young Danes, all against us, and last but not least, Tilt Factory. Everybody else found a spot in the circle. Big split from Stornam here. With Alexander over here, Soda over there, and Aladdin and Kill still in the Hacienda. I mean, you can play that. I'm not quite sure if it's the best option. Let's hop over here. Unwanted. Seems like they want to play truck stop. Looks like they are not quite sure about who drives where. This right here is truck stop. The team's waiting for their chance to do something. Shots coming in. Over here, Retired and Expired with Fico with some shots in the direction of Unwanted. Fortunately, not able to get a tag in, but gets tagged. And with some shots as well. Easy with the bolt in hand. Direction of Stornam, or at least half of Stornam. We're still in the Hacienda. Lothian Rentine on the way. Same goes for Tilt Factory, who want to play the eastern part of the map most likely. So they most likely will try to get over here to the rainbows or something. Maybe play the saloon I mentioned earlier. Close to truck stop. Oh, more shots coming in. The boomers here. Some shots to the next compound. That is Vulcan over there. That's awful. He's Dura Enjoyer. First tags have landed. Just 10 damage though, but the next team is waiting. Or the next teammate is waiting. Over there on the hill. Shots in the direction of Pretty Boy Floyd. Enjoy with luck and that sandstorm helping him get away from those two teams. There is Summerland. Not quite sure where to go. Oh, loses a tire. That's problematic. An HP and that should be it for him. KG with a knock. Good thing the car is not flipping upside or up the hill. We can see some shots by Kitchen in the direction of the Young Danes. Emergency pickup was pulled by unwanted. V. Staff retired and expired. First one is Sarah Crooks. Confirmed. You're spotted as well. I'm trying to get away with the car. I mean, that spot wasn't smart. So, with some shots from the Dragunov, able to prevent further evil. Cocky over here, quite close to all against us. He has a molly. Theoretically, it might prove to be useful. Might have seen broken for a few seconds. Get to his car and away from all against us, it seems. Or he's trying to stay there to get a kill. Back against Broad there. Looks like he's still unsure what to do. I'm also not quite sure if that is his car or the car from All Against Us. Rolled on bake, broken on their merry way. The all-new Porsche. Alright, truck stock is our home. Circle shifts away though. And that means they're not in the circle anymore. Which applies to a few other teams as well. Like Tilt Factory, Vulcan, Unwanted, and Washed. Washed though with a 2-2 split, so they are able to catch up with Revengy and Koba. Same goes for Triema. Also have to make their way to the circle. And obviously, for retired and expired, stuck below Novi. Who's just dodging that, though. So Robin and Fico should be able to get away there. I didn't even lose tires over here. Boat is eliminated. Still going on the count for the Young Dane, for the players from Skara Summerland against the Young Danes. A few long shots by Storinam. Fortunately, not hitting any results. Tilt Factory thought about using the rotation over the north. But Kitchen had other plans. Having some vision against the next-gen boomers. Backs coming in. First knock against Pretty Boy Floyd. Lito against Valeros. Oh, they're going for the push. That might not prove to be successful. And with nade in hand, first nade coming in. First shot coming in. Unfortunately, gets no tag. Walkman from one side gets the knock against the first one. Not able to get another one in though. It's getting chaotic. Players trying to hide behind his Murado. Slowly with nade in hand in the blue. Circle shifted to the south. Means we will hop over to another fight in a few seconds. If we're lucky. Over here we have the fight between Trema and the Young Danes. The kill against Mixon. And Moland goes down. So that just leaves VSS and Joy version 2. And he found someone with the Panzer. Oh, gets the knock against Slim. And unfortunately is eliminated by Simon. Oh no, by Mommy. Zoli, last one standing for Tilt Factory. We can see some shots in the direction of Bade. Trying to stay alive. Brilliant Monkey gets... maybe the flush against Kartoffel. He was knocked by Hyper. Was not too happy about that. Was only spotted by Lois and Rentaine. Might be able to get the kill against Zetron. Nope, he dies to the blue. Down to 12 teams with 37 players. Primal still outstanding with 2. No, they did not catch up yet to Bellini Monkey. All against us with some shots in the direction of Bellini Monkey. The question is he able to get away there? Somehow to safety, and the answer is no, he's not. They're now just running him over with some help from all against us up there. Novi getting the kill against Broken. Able to get some retribution for the kill against his friend and teammate. Circle shift again in favor of all against us, Unwanted and Vulcan, as well as Gareth Homeland. Shema, Kitchen, Retired and Expired, Storinam, and Washed, as well as Tilt Factory still have to move. Okay, confirming the kill against Sari. Upper with the knock against O'Connell. Stratos moving up the hill. It's tagged by Storinam. Oh, and gets knocked by Young Hehe. Nate still lands on O'Connell perfectly. Papa still holding the north. He finds another nade. 4 HP remain for him. Build factory is eliminated. Last kill on the count for Hyper. 1-8 against Young A here. I think he's prone and down. That gets eliminated by Hyper's next nade. Bolt moving forwards in the direction of late. And then gets another knock against Pooley. That's just left Denner. While Storenam was eliminated by Kitchen. Nade in the direction of Brolt. Second nade is better. There's been some top of in third nade as well. Bleeding out fast. Gets eliminated. Same goes for Leuthen Rentine. Last kill on the count for Hyper. Ovi still over here. Those two all against us who are left with 2 players. Which are Ibra and Sexy Shouty. Spotted. Falling back a bit. We have a fight between Triema, Kitchen, and Retired and Expired. And Novi is eliminated by Ibra. Primal out on ring 8. Just shortly in front of Retired and Expired. Kitchen in trouble. Ibra, the last man standing. Just waiting it out in the blue. Trying to heal against phase 6. While on the other hand, Tal now loses his life against Washed. Means we are down to 5 teams. All against us. Triema, complete. Scarra Sommerland, Washed. And last but not least, still in the blue, Nipa for Kitchen. He got 1 additional rank at least. Still has 9 first dates. And see Scar moving forwards. Think about clearing the western part of the map. Simon with the off angle, just waiting for Skara to show themselves. He's the first one. He's all of them. Takes against Vodus. Snake not as successful as he thought it would be. Kitchen eliminated. Simon found Nipa. For a brief moment, there was C4 in the hands of Indy. Sexy, Shouty, and Ibra have been eliminated by Washed, which leaves us with 3 players for Washed, 4 players for Triema. Kills so far for them. 10 for Washed. Last but not least, Gareth Summerland so far with 3 but 4 players left. And they will most likely be the team the remaining team has to fight against, because you can see Triema will first fight against Washed. 621 damage and 6 kills by Hyper so far. Currently leading most kills, most damage. Most damage taken by Nipa and Lothodi with over 1k each. Better circle position though, now by Triema and Washed. Hyper has seen Mum. Might have seen him as well. Someone needs to move forwards. Has seen Inzi. Harper peeks over this ridge here. He might see Slim. Focusing on Mommy, who's moving down. Bench with the knock against Patrick. Hyper still searching. The emergency cover flash. Bench with the kill against Patrick. Bodus knocked by Marv. Knock on Marv. Marv first with the knock against Inzi. Mommy pushing forwards, but gets knocked by Kova. Washed is not so washed anymore. Taking out teams left and right. Revengy has to heal. And it's a 3 against 1 against 1. That's it. Scurry Summerland eliminated on rank 3. Simon going for the rest on Slim Preps. Gets tagged from the side. Both hit quite hard. That should be kind of easy for Washed now. Has been spotted by Kova. Oh, and he just stands in that nade. Very well thrown. Ranch. Gets a knock against Slim Preps. Going for the flush. 15 kills now for Washed. Viper has seen Salmon. Revenge going for the rest on Kova. Someone trying to go for the rest on Marv. So it's a 2 against 3 again. Still better position. Number-wise, in advantage. Washed. Marv knocked by the blue. That just leaves Salmon. Trying to push through. Over. Gets the last kill, and that's it. GG, well played. Winner, chicken dinner by Washed with 16 kills. 2,694 damage and 13 assists. We'll hop over for a short break before we will return with match number 2. The updated leaderboard is ready. We now have 74 points for Washed and 68 for Trema, 63 for Primal, 54 for Kitchen, 48 for Unwanted, 44 each for Lathan and Dane and Vulcan, 43 for Tilt Factory, 35 for All Against Us, and 34 for Scotta Summerland. 32 points for Retired and Expired, 26 for Higos Amigos, Saranam with 25, 23 for Perpetual Failure, 21 for the Next Gen Boomers, and last but not least, the Young Danes with 18 points. And with that, we'll hop over to match number 2 of the second day of Group A versus Group C. And as you can see, we'll start on the top left and then our flight, well, quite central, which leaves even less spots than last time for the teams to enjoy. But I'll show you that in a second. But first, let's welcome all 58 players in this match. They're on the way to the battlegrounds. First out, we have Washed and the Next Gen Boomers. Pulling up. More Washed. Then Vulcan and Lothan Rentain. Well, as Summerland and Kitchen. Suriname, Perpetual Failure. The Young Danes. Primal. Triema. Tilt Factory. All Against Us. Retired and Expired. Last but not least, Unwanted. And as you can see, we might get the same hot drop again between Perpetual Failure and Storinam in Hacienda. But it's quite close to yellow there. Going for the brickyard. Aside from that, not where I wanted to go. Aside from that, we don't really have any issues or hot drops. So that means we'll check out Hacienda. As you can see, all 7 of them already on the way, except for Vladen. Yes, all right. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna make it a fair fight. Make it 3 versus 3. Even though it's a 1 against 3 at the moment with Fluffy already in Hacienda. Being the first one. Gets knocked against Soda. Oh, another nice headshot against Kill. Back we can see Alexander go for the rest on Soda. Oh, nice headshot against Fluffy. And a helmet. And another one against Flying. 9 HP left. Goes for the first 8. Spectre though. Alright. I'm gonna come in from behind. Mike's going for the flushes. It's a nice attack. And that's it. Perpetual Failure again eliminated on rank 15 by Storinam, even though they got 2 knocks in the end. It wasn't enough to eliminate Storinam from the matches. Circle this time shifted to the western part of the map. Good position for the Young Danes in Monte Nuevo, as well as for the guys from Lathan and Dane in El Pozo and that compound where Lito currently is at. Stables. Aside from that, no real signs of a fight yet, but we might get one in a few seconds if Yellow wouldn't have dodged it. As we can see, movement from a few teams already. Zebra here quite close to Mom. Might have thought about going for the same compound. O'Connell checking out surroundings. The top hill gets attacked by Sideep. Right here we can see Sandstorm going in the other direction though. Not quite sure why SS Enjoyer did pull the emergency pickup. Considering that he's currently in the circle. Maybe he wants to go for the high ground over here. Close to Vulcan. Considering that we have yellow over here. That might be a valid idea. So let's follow him and see. Powerful knock by Sideep. Shots in the direction of VSS Enjoyer version 2. I'm currently doubting that he might be able to reach the top hill. This will be quite short. Not high enough, I guess. Shit. Trying his best though. Will be a tough one. But he makes it. Even though just barely. Primal quite close to Storanam here. Alexi Novi driving past the house. And over here, Uranjor and Jagazi found Kjell and Vladen. Finally eliminated. Novi going for the push against Kjell. Gets attacked by him twice. Yep, gets pushed by 3 now. Oh, perfect nade. Soda trying to get some help from above. Or be some help from above. But Berlin Monkey still with the off angle. No kill, not now by Novi's Nate. So then the blue. Alexander got the 3 kills. Fighting in Hacienda. He spotted any monkey. Might have seen him as well, but both teams are fighting in the blue. Circle shifts in favor of Skada Sommerland. Good position as well for the young Danes. Emergency pickup for retired and expired. Ready with some shots in the direction of Tilt Factory. Ali knocked. Trouble losing one of the players. I guess he might have jumped down from here. Failed to open his parachute. Position over here for VSS Android 2. That an expert made it to Los Leones. That city will not welcome them for long, though. Suriname might be able to get some recalls in. The chips have been taken by their opponents. Or destroyed. Over here we still have a Mirado. I'm not quite sure if they were able to destroy the chips or not. So Lazoli over here. Able to get some tax in against retired and expired. Kill Ghost on the count for Sideep though. So far, a few teams still need to make it to the circle. One of those being Unwanted, the other one being Starnam. So far, it's not looking like we have any bigger issues, except for here. World eliminated by Unwanted. Deep. And with some shots in the direction of Tilt Factory. Circle shifting in favor of Kitchen. The PZ close to an airdrop. Just waiting in that little shack for it to drop. I'm not quite sure how we landed at Patrick's position, but alright, PUBG, alright. Shots in the direction of Tilt Factory. Primal in a good position in the circle. Kill and Vladen coming back. Going for a position in San Martin, I reckon. Here. Close to Primal. One of their only choices to get some loot. It's a reload. Arska is eliminated. That means the Young Danes take out Lieutenant Dane on rank 14. Over here on top of the hill. Oh, with some nice text there. Unfortunately, not able to get the knock in. But still, some good damage. Tunnel close to Fortman. Not sure if he should dodge that or if he should go for the fight. Petron moving down the hill. Takes some tags. That should be it for him, except if O'Connell's weapon is empty, and not too much. He's Enjoyer 2 with some shots in the direction of O'Connell, who tries to prone down. Remaining players of Next Gen Boom is moving forwards. They will meet Kartoffel. And Kartoffel goes down. From flush by Lazzoli, stealing that kill from Vulcan. Circle shifting again in favor of Kitchen, Gara Summerland, and the Young Danes as well as Triema. Just trying to go for the help. For Pajastic. And Hyper. Sees Lazzoli. Nice text there. Gets a knock. Has to watch out. Gets knocked by Valeos. Nade coming out. That might be... Oh, no. Not too good. Chandler needs to rescue. Got us in the back. Are knocked. It's all against us, facing off against Unwanted. Eliminated. Unwanted getting those 2 kills, but Mixon says, alright, want to fight, I can give you a fight. He's Tommy Bob, get some packs in. Did not see Towel out too early. But still gets the knock somehow. Oh, Molly, good Molly. And that's it for him. Cocky McBlockers and Smolly finds him. Rolling close. Vulcan eliminated by Tilt Factory. Stratos eliminated by Soda. Okay, now just below Moland. Able to go for the rest. Nice headshot. Made a bit too short. Push coming in. Moland not seeing too much through those flashes. Taolau able to get another knock in. And the Young Danes have been eliminated. Tommy Bob with a kill against Yellow. Over here we still have Kitchen searching for their first kill. Alexander. Kill against Revengy. Yes, the kill against Vladen. Looks like we have few teams which could get quite challenged by the next circle. Everybody who's still in the eastern or southern part of the map needs to move forwards. Kitchen, Unwanted, Trema, Primal. Again, Kitchen. 2-2 split there. Which currently is not in their favor. Kova, last man standing for Washed. They won the last match. This time, that might not be the case. Oh, Squeaky almost knocked there. Gets knocked by Kova. Kill number 4 for Washed. So they're eliminated by Barani Monkey. Kill quite close though. No scope or sight on his SKS. Playing SKS and MK12. Nice nades by Simon in the direction of Euro Enjoyer. At least he's the first one. Gets some good text in against Slim Prep. No knock though. Kill knocked by NZ. That's in the direction of Mikey by Robin. Kitchen. Now just waiting for Unwanted. Alexander dies to the blue. And therefore Stornam has been eliminated. And we are down to 9 teams. 4 players still left for Unwanted. 3 players left. 4 retired and expired. They did start with 3 though. 2 players for Tate Factory. 1 for the next gen boomers. And Tien is quite close to Tilt Factory. 4 players for Scar Summerland. 3 for Primal. 4 for Trema. And 1 as well for Washed. And unfortunately, Kova is eliminated by Unwanted. So League thinking about going for the race. Pushing forwards. Goes for the flush against Armas. Gets seen by Inzi. But the kill goes on the count for him. Even though Lazoli tried his best to secure it for his team. Therefore, Kill Factory remains with 4 kills. We're down to 7 teams. Placement points for all. Oh, good nades and good shots by Marv. Now Mikey's the last remaining member for Kitchen. Beast Mom. Pushes forward, gets a knock. But he's not in the circle, just barely survived with 2 HP. Beautiful knock against Novi, gets almost. Gets another knock against Marv. But is eliminated by Marv and Slim Preps. Unwanted, not willing to push in that direction. Not willing to fight against 3 Emma. Slowly still alive. Sure if anyone except a Force God or Summerland knows he's there. They're using the cars to move forwards. Might have been spotted there. Oh. Bellini Monkey pushing forwards. Late in hand. Could have been a good nade against Marv. Running through his own blue nade. Still gets a knock against Slim Preps. No nade. Novi not sure if he should push further. Lindsay with the kill against Lazoli's. Tilt Factory eliminated on rank 6. Iron knocked by Robin. Trying to get the killer in against the Yemas. Slim Preps, I reckon. Flash is coming in. Marv saying, alright, so I got you to security. Not too secure though. That's it. Brilliant Monkey with the kill against Marv. Novi with the flush against Slim Preps. Now the push by Scudder Summerland. Direction of Retired and Expired. Bob with the kill against Ficho. Robin gets the kill against Harry though. Both of those teams, Retired and Expired and Scudder Summerland, are in the circle. Eliminated. Sarah Crooks thrown in just below Patrick. I kind of think they don't know that Sarah Crooks is just below them. Summerland at the moment with the advantage number wise and position wise. But that might change. Just waiting for his chance. Crooks is waiting for his chance. For Fodius and the to push further. Lead against Primal. Unwanted, not really willing to push further as well. They need to though. Hello with the knock against Novi. Helping Scar Summerland. Push now, another nade comes in. Monkey, 7 HP remain, and Patrick's nade finds him, and therefore Primal eliminated on ring 4. Sarah Crooks finds another knock. Finds almost a second one. Nice headshot. Retired and expired going out now, though. Lee with his third kill. There's someone facing off against unwanted. 2 against 3 at the moment. Cocky with an 8 against Patrick, so 2 against 2 now. Three against 3 now. Cocky getting the rest on Tao Lao. Oh, this was hand in hand for a brief moment. He with the M249 in the direction of Tommy Bob. Molly coming out. Cocky though with the knock. But they're not hitting. Reggie getting the knock against Cocky. Tao Lao gets the knock. And it's Tommy Bob versus 2. Spotted from above, and that's it. GG, well played. Fodis with the last kill for Scaris Summerland's victory. We're going to hop over for a quick break with those 12 kills by Scaris Summerland. 1,824 damage and 8 assists for unwanted. And we are, well, three quarter, one third through, almost half through, halfway through. Considering this is our third match now, we'll hop on over to Tago after a bit. But first, the update leaderboard for you guys. 78 points for Washed, then we have 75 for Trema, 72 for Primal, 63 for Remonted, 56 for Summerland and Kitchen, 49 for Tilt Factory, 46 for Vulcan, 45 for Laser and Dane, then 39 for Retired and Expired, 35 for All Against Us, 30 for Storanam, 26 for Higos Amigos, 24 for Next Gen Boomis, 23 for Perpetual Failure, and 22 points for the Young Danes. And with that, welcome to match number 3 of the day. We are on Tago, and as you can see, there is a lot of map not being able to be reached by the teams, considering that this, well, that's not a good line. This roughly is what the teams can reach. So everything in the left side here, Godok, Wolzong, Hemusar, Hapo, Hosan Prison, Fishing Camp, and, well, maybe School are not reachable for the teams. With our plane. There we go. First to drop out are Retired and Expired and the Next Gen Boomers. Following them, we have Perpetual Failure. And All Against Us. Primal and Unwanted. Suriname and Kitchen. Thema, Vulcan. The Young Danes, Skara Sommerland. Luizen and Dane. Last but not least, Washed. And one more team left, which is Tilt Factory. With let's check out where the teams try to land and if we will have a hot drop. It looks like we might have one between the guys from Skara Sommerland and Vulcan. Coming quite close to the Young Danes as well. But awful, the only one not joining that hot drop. Question is, where do they want to go? Here, and O'Connell with the first weapons in hand. Fotis almost not there. But still makes it to one of the holes of the warehouses. Get some loot. AG picking him up. Circle shifted away from those two teams, though. Well, we can also see some shots from the guys from Washed and the Young Danes. Quite sure if this is going to be a fight. There are some land going for the airport. Washed going for Godok. As you can see, the centermost team currently in the circle. I mean, this roughly, this compound here, the centermost compound. But the team closest to that is, at the moment, for what for a brief moment, unwanted over here with Harry. Before we saw the movement from the next Jamboomis, Portman and Zetron are going for that position. Fluffy already moving forwards. Trying to secure a better spot for the team. Aside from that, we still have some teams out of the circle yet, which still need to move. One of those being the Young Danes. Washed, Loyson and Dane. Field Factory. And over here in the eastern part of the map, Scouter Summerland, winners of the last match, and Vulcan. As well as for Primal Jackazy. Aside from that, all other teams, well, Alexander for Storinam. But aside from that, all other teams already have secured their spot in the circle. Fluffy being quite close to Books and Saw, where we currently see all against us looting. Not sure if Fluffy knows that. Am I getting shot at by Storinam, it seems? As we can see, Perpetuator might be a bit in trouble, considering that Retired and Expired reached the compound close to them. Vector sure there are opponents there now. The Gazy now being close to Books and Saw might find all against us. Fluffy already moving around the compound. Might have been shots involved, considering that Robin had a nade in hand for a brief moment. With the first kill this match against Lazzoli. Fluffy just staying hidden here from Thoracrux. Gonna switch over here to the fight between Storinam and the Young Danes. Using their next player, Moland. Up the hill, might find Alexander in a few seconds. Well, or not. VSS Enjoy 2 was faster. Holland with flush. Against 2 now. With an 8 in the direction of Moland. Not too bad. He says enjoy to rethink in his position as well. Moland would have loved to go for the race on yellow. Not able to. No. VSS Android 2 is the last man standing for the Young Danes. Need to wait. Checking his options. Spectre moving closer to the compound from retired and expired. Flying still staying out of that fight. Spectre moving closer inch by inch. Fluffy with some tags against Fico. Lost a bit more than half his life. Robin with Panzer in hand. The fight for the edge of the circle. Robin moving forwards. Young Danes have been eliminated by Vladen. Found VSS Android 2. Spectre not willing to give up his position yet. Could have gotten the knock against Robin. Spectre with the first knock against Fico. Zero, I'm not quite sure what he thought he could do. Didn't really pay off. Shots coming in from all sides now against Robin. Was thinking about coming back. Besides against that though. Still, above him is flying. Who heard that he stopped there. Has two nades in hand. Seen the car. Might have seen Robin now. Oh, Robin has seen him still. Nice tags by flying. Nade in hand. Robin in that little shack. Crashing in. And that's it. GG well played. Perpetual failure. Eliminates, retired, and expired. Let's see what else happened at the map. In the meantime, we have Primal quite close to all against us, who did get some airdrops. Some of those still unlooted. But that might remain that way. Second one might be this one. Heavy stuff, painkiller, smoke. Fully Moonty falling back. Himo with some shots as well. Getting shot at by Danner though. He's at least two. With Slim, Prep, and Mom. Kitchen, not in the circle yet. They need to move. Circle did shift north. Just a slight touch to the west. And it looks like we might see a breach now. And I'm not sure how driving works. Contact again. Then found Balito. Oh, Mom. Knocking Denner and Oscar before he's eliminated. Balito inside deep. Cleaning house. And that just leaves one, which is Marv. Oh no, which is Simon. Close to Marv though. Not close to Marv. But close to Lothan and Dane. Fresh. Some more cars though. Going with a kill against Patrick. Simon tries to get away, but is eliminated by Mikey. Otis and Hoji over here. The false team member. Hockey McBlockerson with the knock against Soder. Nate in hand. Throws it. No. Was a bit too pre-cooked. If it would have been longer and not cooked, would have been perfect against Kill. Now might be able to go for the rest on Soda. Spectro flying in for the drive-by fight against Fotis, and it's successful. More shots coming out over here. By the next gen boom is all against us, eliminated. Oh, Fluffy and Flying in trouble. Fluffy knocked. Flying just down to 3 HP. Spectro, the only one making it to the new circle. For the moment. Spectro might find Soranam there. Life Full of Sorrow, quite close here. There's a lineup from Lieutenant Dane. More shots by the PZ, not able to get a knock in against the next gen boomers. Primal facing off against Vulcan over here. Full of Sorrow pushing forwards. Gets knocked by Kill. Quite sure how and why though. Then I going for the blush. Well, it was quite an optimistic approach. Washed. Saying, all right, let's go for the push. Hyper. Going around the Rosie with Denner. Found by the next one. The last remaining player is eliminated to on rank 11, and Mortar's coming in. O'Connell with the direct hit against Leto. Body peeling. Just leaves him in Arska. Oh, perfect hit by O'Connell again. Eliminating Leto. Ellie has seen Arska. O'Connell with the knock against Side Deep. Well, he confirms. Arska now the last remaining player. For Lieutenant Dane. Some nice tags in there. Gets pushed and is not able to prevail. Ali knocked by O'Connell though. The opponents are not enough. Knock yourself, I guess. Or like the Americans say, knock yourself off, mate. Well, that would be okay, I guess. Willow's knocked by Spectro. Spectro most likely the last man standing for Perpetual Failure. More shots in the direction of the next gen boomers by Kitchen. We can not yet able to find knock. But it's a fight out of the circle. Vulcan with another airdrop. OP90 over here. Up over here to the next gen boomers against Kitchen. Nice nades coming in. Perfect nade on that one. Another nice nade, and that should be it for Godfella. Botman trying to run away. Finds the knock against Nipa before he is eliminated. Well, I'm not quite sure by what, either by the car or by shots. Suriname eliminated as well. They tried to push Unwanted. And Unwanted, well, made their name known. Suriname was Unwanted over there. Majestic, the last man standing for Tilt Factory. Kartoffel. Oh, with the double knock over there against Novi and Euro Enjoyer. Just leaves Jacasey, who's trying to get away there. And that is the last of Primal. Out on rank number 6. Well, the car explodes over here. And Mikey says, alright, that seems like a good spot to play, I guess. I like explosions. We hear Nipa with an AWM. Another level 3 vest. Blue zone nades. Another level 3 vest. And a medkit. Well, there's 2 remaining snakes for the moment. With Spectro and Majestic. Over here. Vulcan still all 4 alive with O'Connell, Ali, Young Hehe and Kartoffel. They need to make their way to the circle. Same goes for Spectro. Majestic is in. Unwanted. Not really sure if they want to move forwards. Kitchen in the circle as well. We're down to 5 teams for the moment. Well, 4 teams. Because Tao Lao finds the kill against Majestic. And therefore, we have 1 player left for Perpetual Failure with the Spectro. Then we have 3 players left for Kitchen. From Mikey, Squeaky, and Nipa. 4 players left for Unwanted with our Tao Lao, Toki McBlockerson, and Tommy Bob. And 4 players as well for Vulcan with O'Connell, Kartoffel, Ali, and Young Hehe. 9 kills for Vulcan so far. Let's see how they fare in total. Spectro with the most kills, 5. Together with Kartoffel. Kartoffel so far is 593 damage. More damage than Spectro. 612 now. Going up as well. Then we have Taolau with 545. Most damage taken in Z with 616 at the moment. Spectro not sure in which direction he should move. We see Ali eliminated. Vulcan With kill number 10. O'Connell with the kill against Tao Lao. Means all 3 teams down to 3 players are moving forwards. Might not be in his favor. Nate's a bit too far. Nate's a bit too far. Oh my god. He just ran right into that one. Tommy Wop and Cocky still not sure what to do. Same goes for Perpetual Failure Spectro. Needs to move. There's the shots from McConnell. Alright, I'm gonna do it sneaky beaky like. I'm a snake, follow me. Alright, knocked by Nipa. Mikey has seen Spectro. Not able to get the kill though. Kartoffel taking another airdrop. Tommy Bob confirming the kill on Harry. I'm not quite sure why. Connell pushing forwards. That might be to his disadvantage though. Goes over the road. Having a grenade, full the shield. Spectro. His nade was a bit too late. Pushing forwards. Good position for him now. Kartoffel and Young Hee not in the circle yet. Same goes for Kitchen. Mikey crawling forwards. He's Young Hee there. As a nade. Nice headshot. And gets the knock against Young Hee. Spectro eliminated by Cocky. Another kill for Unwanted. Down to 2 players now. It is a bit too fast, still makes 2 damage. Awful. Getting some more loot. Squeaky with the kill against Young Hee. Confirming it for Kitchen. Water. Well, wasn't a bad. This when it came to the rough direction of O'Connell. Good enough to get a kill either. Some water coming in. Mate. Not too good though. Water shot, not hitting anything. Cocky and Tommy Bob over here. Searching for their chance to get a tech in. Mikey pushing forwards. Kartoffel might know he's there. Not now though, after those shots. 8 might be good. Well, 45 damage. Not enough to get a knock in. That'll lead to pressure Kartoffel to heal. Nate. Kartoffel with a nade of it. Didn't know the nade could push the immovable object. O'Connell in trouble. That's quite hard. Kartoffel pushing forwards. Gets a knock against Mikey, who repeaks. C4 and Car moving forwards, and that's the knock against Kartoffel. Doubt that O'Connell will be able to go for the race. He might try though. Broken Kartoffel, Squeaky going for the race on Mikey. Keeper Waiting for unwanted to show themselves. As seen Cocky gets attack. Not knocked though. Mikey confirming the kill against Kartoffel. And O'Connell is eliminated as well by Kitchen. Wiki successful. That means Unwanted versus Kitchen will be our end game. They have a almost broken down car. We'll move up and Cocky smoking forwards. We're currently waiting for his chance. Want to go with the car. Pushing against the solo. Tommy Bob knocked. Nipa gets the 8WM kill in the end. And that's it. GG, well played. Kitchen with a winner chicken dinner. 12 kills and 7 assists. Unwanted though with more damage with 2,182. We're gonna hop over for a quick break before we will return with match number 4. And we will almost hop over to match number 4, but before that, the updated leaderboard for you guys. 80 points for Wash, then we have 78 for Kitchen, 76 each for Primal and Unwanted, 1 point less for Triemo with 75, 61 points so far for Vulcan, 56 for Skyra Summerland, and 52 for Tilt Factory, as well as Lieutenant Dane. Then 39 for Retired and Expired, 37 for Stoddenham, 35 for All Against Us, 33 for Perpetual Failure, 27 for the Next Gen Boomers, 26 for Higos Amigos, and 23 for the Young Danes. And with that said, let's hop over to match number 4. We are back on Rondo for match number 4 of day 6 of the PUBG Nordic League Season 7. As you can see, our plane is quite straight. Starting above Jardine City, going to Phong Chun. With that said, let's enjoy this, well, new city in the back, which is unplayable, but still a wider view of its own. Here you can see the plane dropping down Tilt Factory first. Following them, we have Retired and Expired, as well as the Next Gen Boomers. Perpetual Failure, Primal. PMR. With Stern, well as the Young Danes, and All Against Us. Up. Washed and Vulcan. Lieutenant Dane in Kitchen, as well as Skyra Summerland and Unwanted. Now, all of them have dropped and are searching for their loot spots. So far, it looks like we might have an outdrop between Washed and Vulcan. I'm quite sure this most likely will clear up. But we might have a fight in Phong Tun between Unwanted and Skyra Summerland. That looks like the first fight we might have over here. East and Western split. What being the, well, most adventurous one. Taking the car. Falling back on the other side. Hello over here with Cocky McBlockerson. The other side. Boat is already waiting for his opponents. Not sure if he should go for the loot or if it is too open. Still missing a backpack, it seems. Could be our first fight. But for the moment, it's still staying silent. As you can see, our circle split to the right side of the map, to the eastern part. Good position for Primal and Retired and Expired. Circle middle should be around here-ish. That should be the most center compound you can, or center building you can have. I'm not quite sure if you could call that compound. This one over here is more of a compound though. Aside from that, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oops. 1, 2, click there. 9, 10 teams not in the circle yet, which means we have 5 in the circle, which are Retired and Expired, Next Gen Boomers, Triema, Primal, and Tilt Factory. Not in the circle yet, or at least partially, with Spectro, is Perpetual Failure. Now playing with all 4 players, Zako made it to match number 4. He was missing for the first 3. Then Stornum, All Against Us, the Young Danes, Washed, Vulcan, Unwanted, and Skyra Summerland, Lieutenant Dane, and Kitchen. This Might be our first fight, maybe. Over here. Or at least the first shots. Novi has seen that the next gen boomers did arrive at the compound close to them. Kratos driving away. It's alright. I'm not gonna fight it. I'm gonna play it safe. Not going for that fight. Same it goes for the players from Unwanted. Pidgey over here with the barrel and the Panzer. Will not use it at the moment. Because Unwanted already made it to the circle. Dema over here. Taking hold of the other compound close to the next gen boomers. Ibra moving forwards over here. This right here is the death position, like to call it. In the PC qualifiers, this was the death hill. It was like 6 or 7 teams fighting over here and all dying one after another. There are crooks with the AWM from the airdrop. 2 split by Primal. Not quite sure if that will be in their favor. I'm moving back over here. Or if he wants to try go for the bridge camp. But it looks like it, or at least for the road camp. This right here has the road camp potential. Considering that Kartoffel might be trying to go over the bridge. They might be waiting for the players from Skara Sommerland. And I guess Kartoffel might take the southern approach. Or not. Crowd waiting for Young He. Fights for the southern approach after all. Which was a good choice. Shots coming in by Unwanted. Ground broken. Quite close to washed rotation. Alexander might find washed as well. But so far, we are still missing first kill. There was at least some damage, but that's all about all of it. Alexander facing off against Hyper. Not quite sure if that was in his favor. Let's see. Did someone try the leaderboard? No. Shots in the direction of O'Connell. Playing Air O'Connell. Get some more intel for his team. Side deep over here. Quite close to washed. I've seen Stratos. And heard you now with the first kill against Kartoffel. Oh, Kova with the first knock against Sideep. Lito trying the drive-by. Fully trying to get Sideep to safety. He bled out. Now it's just an ant bully. Shots by Trema. Also Crux goes for the fight against 2 players of Primal and is victorious. Just 2 knocks. Hidden handoff to Gazy. Well placed. It's almost knocked there. 2 HP remain. And Gazy from the side, and that's it. Primal eliminates. Retired and expired. Mako with an airdrop of his own. Kingston J is 9. You can see Kitchen arriving behind Soranam. Bladden trying to get away there after he saw Mikey arriving. And now Sternum needs to fight against Kitchen. They already lost Alexander. What's going on the count for the PZ? The PZ again with some shots. Not able to get the knock in though. Let's see if we can find more action. So far it's not looking like it though. He's still all the way over here. I'm not quite sure what happened there. I'm trying to go for a blue chip. Sure. Circle shifts in favor of Primal. Against us needs to move to the circle. Same goes for Unwanted. Over here, Lois and Rantain, Soranam, and Kitchen. Making the first to move over here. Getting some intel for his team. Protect from all the angles. If you just came in here, sorry in advance for being a bit silent for a few moments, because unfortunately it seems I catch the cold. Therefore have to blow my nose from time to time. Otherwise you would have trouble understanding me. Vector close to the young Danes here. Together with Zyko. He's mixing there. Looking for the perfect chance. First 2 tags coming in. Not able to get the knock though. Oh no, he's there. Lexi with the knock against Mikey. Re-knocked by Nipa. Gets knocked as well by Brult. The PZ. Going to go for the rest on Mikey. Ibra with BRDM over here. Wally might be good. Oh, it's perfect. Good with a knock against the PZ, and that just leaves Squicky. He's in a tough spot now. Circle shifts away from him. Some recall action with Kartoffel, Lito, and Sideep coming back. And over here, Mixon. Well, unwanted flying over Mixon. Some more knocks and flushes over here. Then eliminated by Squeaky. Last man for kitchen. Might be able to find a spot in the circle. Text coming in. This is his new home. Over here, we have the fight between Luthen and Fluffy. Oh, Fluffy gets knocked by Lito. Flying though, heard those shots. Not able to ref Fluffy. But might be able to get some retaliation in. The Sideep is not able. Gets a knock in. Question is, will Psycho go for the rescue? Try to help him. Looks like it. So this again would be a 2-2 situation. Psycho with J's 9 links in hand. Has the level 3 gear. Lito moving to the left. From behind, O'Connell's coming in. For the next gen, Boomers are eliminated by Primal. Easy and Berliner Monkey, as well as Sexy Shouty for all against us, take home some kills. Let's see. Listen, Rentine is trying to dodge this. Storenam eliminated as well. Tilt Factory with the kills. And Sexy Shouty as well. Psycho with Panzer in hand. I'm not quite sure if they shot the Panzer in midair. Still eliminated. Sideep and Lito go out against Zyko, who gets knocked by O'Connell. Just barely a few seconds after getting that knock. Quite sure if he will get the kill. Squeaky eliminated by Stratos. Flying in trouble now. The last man standing. Hello. Quite sure. Just wanted to say, not quite sure if he had to disconnect because he was moving to the side from his POV. Looking for his chance against Washed. Push coming in. Finds Hyper. Shots from all against us. Our confirms the kill against Hyper. I'm still waiting over here against Vulcan. Both teams are not in the circle yet. The 1 against 4 situation though. So not in the favor of flying. Teammates say, alright, you move to the left and you might be able to stay alive. Looks like you might be able to. Move fast and cautious. It might be to your advantage. And we can see Triema fighting against the Young Danes. And they are eliminated. Marv getting the kill against Mole and going for the rest on Slim Preps. And therefore Triema stays alive with 2 people. You can see there's not much left. Stratos, the last man standing for Washed. As Unwanted just above him. I know he's there. I want to get him. All against us eliminated. Ibra was spotted by Valeos. Stratos still has a bike. He wants to move fast. Would be in his favor. Flying still alive somehow. Needs to move forwards too. Fortunately though, he has Vulcan right in front of him. Phase 6. Shifting away from Tilt Factory and Primal. Stratos eliminated by the blue. Rank 8 for Washed. He has 4 first aids left. Pull them through one after another. I'm gonna do one more and then push. And he's not aware of the impending doom and gets eliminated. Ali, though, able to get the revenge kill against Flying. Now from the other side, Unwanted drawn close to Triema. They're quite far away from McConnell, who's all the way over here, together with Kartoffel. OG still waiting over here. First chance to maybe get another kill for Scout or Summerland. In the back we can see the rotation from Tilt Factory. McConnell trying to dodge that fight. Trying to stay alive. Looks like he's able to do so. Airdrop with MK14. In Kartoffel side. OJ eliminated by the blue. Oh, Talo helping Kartoffel. Good man first here. One team over here, which is unwanted. Close to the two last players for Triema. Then over here, 3 players for Vulcan. All the way over here, 3 players for Tilt Factory. after Lazoli was eliminated. And last but not least, 2 players for Primal. 5 teams, a 14 player. Just roughly 3 players per team. The monkey moving forwards. Finds a little bush to help him stay hidden. And circle is in favor of Primal. While the push is coming in, Slim preps over here. There's 2 farmers in hand, gets the knock against Sorry. And gets some help from Vulcan there. Those are nades coming in. Not reaching Slim preps by chance. Barely safe in there. Nade. Gazy fighting off Build Factory. Getting some help from behind by Balini Monkey with the AWM. Nice headshot. It's a bit too short. Ali with the knock against Sao Lao. And 8 by Bagazi gets the knock against Majestic. It just leaves Villeos. Nate in hand of his own. Tommy Bob with the kill against Slim Preps. That means Emma is eliminated. They're still somehow alive over here. Not spotted yet by Belinda Monkey. I mean, he still has a slight rich over here. And I want it in trouble. O'Connell with the kill against Tao Lao. Tommy Bob quite close to Vulcan. Shooting against Ali, who's getting knocked there. Oh, and he finds O'Connell, who was not aware enough. Kartoffel pushing forwards. Needs to get the last kill here. He's Tommy Bob, and Tommy Bob is able to get them all down. Not able to get to his car, though. 9 HP remain. He has no first aids left, only bandages. And it's a 1 against 2 against 1. Tommy Bob and Valeos. Oh, Tommy Bob dies to blue. And therefore, Valeos against Primal. That should be the chicken dinner for Primal without a question. Theoretically. And 20 damage and 4 kills for Valeos so far, though. Which means he's on top of the kill and damage leaderboard for the match. Together with Jagazi. Most damage taken by Young Hei with 1095. Valeos with his first shots, but Jagazi is available and successful in that team fight. 9 kills for Unwanted with 7 assists, but more damage by Tilt Factory with 1576. And that means we're done with match number 4. We'll head over to match number 5 on Erangel shortly. The last 2 matches in the books, almost. 2 more matches to go. But here's the updated leaderboard. Almost making it to the 100 points so far are Primal and Unwanted with 94 and 90 points. Washed, Triema and Kitchen quite close as well with 85, 82 and 81 points. Then we have 71 for Vulcan, 63 for Tilt Factory, 59 for Skara Summerland, 53 for Lieutenant Dane, 41 each for Retired and Expired and all against us, 37 each for Perpetual Failure and Storanam, as well as 29 for the Next Gen Boomers and 26 for Higas Amigas. And last but not least, 24 points for the Young Danes. Before we will hop over to match number 5 of the day and to Erangel, we will check out the overall leaderboard and see what has changed in the meantime. And as you can see, No Slack still in the lead with 255 points. 245 for the high base. Trema then third with 227. They had 213 prior. 179 were the old score for Primal. They now have 210 points. Are on a close way to the top 3 as this continues. Watched with 189, just getting 11 points today. At 178 prior. 168 for the Thirst Traps will remain. Kitchen though, with Kitchen 117 prior, now have 144, taking over the place. Number 8 from NWP and taking over late to party as well. Lathan Rentane with 133 on 11. They had 124 before that, so only 9 points for them today. Vulcan making up the ranks to rank number 12 with 124. They had 97 prior. And we're going to hop over for match number 5. We're back on Erangel. As you can see, our plane is making its way to the battlegrounds. 59 players are live to play for the last 2 chicken dinners of the tournament. First, dropping out our Kitchen and Tilt Factory. Following them, we have Lieutenant Dane and Vulcan. Next up, we have All Against Us and Storanam, as well as Perpetual Failure and Skara Sommerland. Then Triema, the Young Danes and Primal. The Next Gen Boomers, Washed. Quite sure if I missed someone. Retired and Expired. And last but not least, Unwanted with Zombie Bomb. I'm not quite sure why he dropped out so late. His team... Where's his team? Oh, they dropped out together with Retired and Expired, it seems. Do we have a hot drop situation anywhere? It's not looking like it. I mean, Alexander and Fluffy are currently contesting G-Core, it seems. And Fluffy did find the car, but not able to get the knock against Alexander. Honking at him. Gladden trying to crash into Fluffy. I'm not quite sure if he has a weapon. Not looking like it, just trying to scare Fluffy away. There's for G-Car, and we do have a hot drop over here. Oh. Retired and Expired in trouble. Pico reloading the ACAM. I'll get some nice techs in there. Shooting the windowsill, unfortunately. And that's it. GG, well played. Retired and Expired eliminated on rank 15 in match number 5. And over here, we have another hot drop situation between the Next Gen Boomers and the Young Danes. Portman just barely survived that. Takes hold of a shotty, though. Petron and Tien staying silent behind and in the building. Petron has seen Moland. I would use the Dragonov if I was you, though. In with some shots in the direction of Moland. VSS Enjoyer with the flush against Godfella. Portman, the shotty in hand, waiting for Moland to advance. That one with the knock against Moland. Portman goes down after getting a shot in against VSS Enjoyer, but only 3 damage. Vixen getting some help by Yellow. VSS Enjoyer falling back a bit. Well, knocked by Cedrin. It's knocked as well. Again, the last man standing for the next gen boomers. Has to go for the race. No nade in hand of VSS Enjoyer. Last man standing for the young Danes. Has to go for the race on Moland. We have another fight between Triema and Washed over here. Washed losing 2 players. The 2 are not even close. Shotties in hand of both players for the next gen boomers. And that's it, unfortunately, for them in match number 2. Match number 5 of the day. Moland with the double kill against Fortman and Tien. They are now able to get the reses of their teammates in. Circle shifted to the southwestern part of the map. Good position over here for the young Danes in the circle. Over here, Broken might be in trouble because Kitchen is advancing, even though it's a fight out in the blue. Or not in the circle yet. Trying to get away there. And that was a 1 against 4 fight. Vicky with the BRDM. Broken will be eliminated. No question asked. Mikey going for the flush. That's kill number 1 for Kitchen in this match. Sexy Shouty and Bullets over here. Quite sure where the 4th man is. Oh, Ibra all the way over here on the Snofka Island already. Not going for the chip. That will not happen even remotely. Three people, 1 car. For Perpetuo Feia. After Fluffy was killed. Going to go for the blue chip, I reckon. Whoopsie. I mean, I give you style points for the corkscrew. But I'm not quite sure that was wanted or warranted. I mean, we're playing for kills, not for style points. Wanted close to the rotation of Primal. Taking out the first tire. Slowly turning around. No kill against Zero Enjoyer. No knock as well. Easy. Already running in behind. Taolao. That might not be in Taolao's favor, I reckon. As you can see, Unwanted already leaving their positions. Ara trying the drive-by, loses the tire as well. And as you can see in the Porsche, this is not the best possible outcome. Definitely losing a lot of speed there. Quick in trouble. Well, kind of trouble. Getting shot at by 3M there. Losing a bit of health off his BRDM. We got a bit of comebacks coming in. Young Danes and Perpetual Failure. Fluffy wants to drop down to Ferry Pier. I'm not quite sure this is best outcome, considering that the Young Danes are there already. And Fluffy did realize that. Flying almost knocked there. Gosh, what happened there? Oh, fighting against Vulcan. Using 2 players. Not quite sure where number 4 is. Oh no. Number 4 is Fluffy. Spectre was already killed. Vulcan takes him out. And Fluffy was eliminated by Danner. For Lathan and Dine. They did breach this compound over here. Very unfortunate. Perpetual Failure eliminated on rank 13. Surnam rotating close to Tilt Factory. I was not quite sure if you should go for the drive-by against Soder. Both teams just want to arrive in the circle somehow. Coming in by Surnam. Justic losing a chunk of his life. Azoli driving further. Alexander gets knocked by Valeos. Get too close to the sun, you might burn, like they say. That was a bit too early by Lazzoli with that shot. Baited Vlad out a bit longer. Oh, nice shots there. Players not able to get the knock against Vlad in though. That nade might help. Vlad needs to move and gets eliminated. Nade by Kill as well. Not hitting anything though. Now there are just 2 men left for Storanam. After trying to take that fight further against Build Factory. Majestic going down against Kill. Oh, that nade was perfect by Valeos. Soda spotted as well. And that's it. Suriname eliminated to on rank 12 in match number 5 of the day. The next team is moving close as well. There's Rentine coming in from behind. Slowly gets spotted, but a bit too late. Gets a knock in against Denner, but is killed by Aska. Therefore, the next team takes over the top trenches. We still have all against us quite close. They do have a smoke wall though, which will hopefully get them to safety. But we also found our next fight over here between Vulcan and Primo and Kartoffel. Well, that didn't work out as he hoped it would. Nade's coming in, but any monkey with the knock against Kartoffel. Someone says, alright, I'm going to try to play the low ground, get spotted as well, and that's it. Almost. For Vulcan. Young He, the last man standing now. He's Yura Enjoyer, and that's it. Primo annihilates Vulcan on rank 10. Shot Spallows in the direction of Skara Sommerland. We're trying to get out of the reach. Skara now breaching against the young Danes. VSS Enjoyer with a knock against Fodis. Both of them now back in the game. Molly might have been a bit too far. Shot coming in from behind by Unwanted. And V with the knock against Mixon. The perfect angle, mate in hand. Might be a good one. This might be down. Patrick with the knock against Moland. I'm not sure what he can see. It's knocked too. Now Yellow is the last remaining member, and he goes down as well against Patrick, and therefore the Young Danes are eliminated to on rank 9. We are in the top 8 and therefore in the placement points. Next team arriving close is Kitchen. And they're moving forwards, gets spotted, gets knocked. That means there are only 2 players left for Skara Sommerland with OG and Patrick. Trying to somehow dodge this fight. Otaolau finds the kill against Yura Enjoyer. Kitchen not willing to push the building at the moment. Falling back as well. So let's check out the circle. Good position for Unwanted over here. Good position for Primal as well. Then over here we have Washed with 2 men and Lathan and then with 4. 4 players as well for Triema. 2 players left for all against us. They're trying to push in the direction of Kitchen. Wiki still in the BRDM. Seems like he found a new BRDM. Because that one still has more health. Or he did repair it. He has the repair kit. We're pushing forward against both the Rentine. Let's stay with that fight for a moment. Or not. More shots coming in. Deepa quite close to Sexy Shouty. OV with the knock against Stratos. Primal pushing against Wash. And that's it. Bellini Monkey takes out Kova. Wash is eliminated on rank 8. First team in the placement round. Nice nade in the direction of Simon. Simon needs to make a move though. The other side we have Squeaky. That's a good angle against Marv. He's his feet again. Oh, and gets a nice headshot in. Well done. Bama with the knock against Novi. Vicky trying to get another knock in. Not successful this time. Mommy knocked. Simon is the last man standing for Trema. Spotted by Lothan and Slito. Oh! Almost win that fight, but Trema is out on rank number 7. Then we still have Primal over here with 3 players, if I see that correctly. And an airdrop. That one is in hands of Jagazi with the links. Over here, still 4 players, 4 unwanted. 2 players left for all against us. 2 players as well for Skara Summerland. 4 players for Kitchen. Vicky might need to watch out though, because that Panzer just landed in his face. OG with blue zone nade. Bit surprised by that. Trying to eliminate Squicky by the PZ. Nade out. It's in the blue zone nade, and that's it. GG well played, Mikey, with a double kill against Hoji and Patrick. Hoji's confirming the kill against Squicky. Now from the back, still all against us advancing. Well, over here, Primal wants to pick a fight against Lieutenant Dane. Oh, nice knock by Bellini Monkey. Gets another one against Sideep. Then a spotted as well. Not by Novi, though. That just leaves Arska. Here's he going for the race. Arska eliminated by Mikey. Kitchen with another kill. And that means we're down to 4 teams. 3 players left for Primal. And over here, 3 players left for Kitchen. 2 players left for all against us. And last but not least, all the way in the western part of the map. Quite far split. Alright, Tommy Bob. Chow Lao. And Cocky McBlockerson, who gets knocked by Bellini Monkey. Chow Lao trying to dodge back. Nice shots in the direction of Shugezi. Unwanted. Will not be enough to prohibit the flush, though. And that's kill number 10 for Primal. Kitchen so far with 6. All against us without kills. Being the PZ there in the BRDM. And over here, 4 kills so far, 4 unwanted. Salo getting an airdrop with the Groza. Mikey getting the knock against Sexy Shouty. Another nice headshot against Ibra. Made in hand. Oh, and that is perfect. Just perfectly cooked. Mikey able to take up both of them. Nipa with some shots in the direction of Unwanted, and it's a 3 against 3 against 3 now. 3 players left for Unwanted, Kitchen, and Primal. And the BRDM will blow. Using it as safety cover is not a bad idea, though. Good thing for Kitchen, they were able to park it as close to the shack as possible. Unfortunately for them, there was a Lynx in the game. Two of 3 players for Unwanted in the circle. 2 of 3 players for Kitchen in the circle. And all 3 for Primal in the circle. Bigazzi, Novi, and Bellini Monkey over there. Tommy Bob and Taolau in the circle for Unwanted. Bizarre is still needing to move, and he does so. Push. And for the same position Tommy Bob is at. Nipa. Last man for Kitchen who still has to move. And theoretically from here, he should have vision in the direction of Unwanted. Might be able to destroy the car, the Porsche. Best position so far, I would say, for Primal. They're still holding the high ground. Still in a good position regarding the circle. First position so far for Kitchen. They still have to move. And their only possible move would be against Unwanted. Nice back against the PZ. Moving forwards, the PZ knocked Mikey with a nade in the direction of Tommy Pop and Harry. A bit too far. Nipa gets knocked out as well, and that should be it for Kitchen. They might be able to do some damage against Unwanted, though. Not much. Need a bit. Allow already moving back. Bigazzi still steals the kill against Nipa. Oh, airdrop dropping down here. New level 3 gear and the Groza. 3 against 3. 3 moving forwards. Spotted by Tao Lao, maybe. Nope. He has spotted him. Oh, Jukizi's nade finds Harry. Another nade coming in. Confirm that kill. There's a nade as well. Might be not too bad. Yeah, Harry just in that blizzard nade. No chance for him to get out of it. Out from behind. Novi with a knock against Darlau, and it's just Tommy Bop in a 1 against 3 situation. Or a 1 against 2 situation if he's lucky. Easy, moving above him. Novi's still in the back. When push comes to shove. It's Novi's time to shine. GG well played. Would have been a chicken dinner for Primal with 14 kills. 1,671 damage and 7 assists. We're gonna hop over for a quick break and then we'll return with match number 6, the last match of today. And with that match, we hit the 100 points for 2 of the teams. 118. Oh, sorry. Let me switch over to the other leaderboard. There we go. 118 for Primal, 102 for Unwanted. Then we have 102 for Unwanted, 94 for Kitchen, 86 for Washed, 85 for Triema, 74 for Vulcan, 67 for Skara Sommerland and Tilt Factory, 62 for Lieutenant Dane, 45 for All Against Us, 41 for Retired and Expired, 39 for Storanum, 37 for Perpetua Feia, 31 for the Next Gen Boomers, 30 for the Young Danes, and last but not least, 26 points for Higos Amigos. And with that, this means we'll almost start our last match of the evening and of the tournament, because this is the last day we're currently seeing, which is quite sad. I have to say I had a lot of fun with casting this, and I hope you had a lot of fun listening to it and seeing it, even though despite all the technical difficulties and despite my unfortunate sickness at the moment. But nonetheless, we'll hop over for our last match of the evening, match number 6, even though it still says match number 5. That is not correct. This is match number 6. There we go. 30 seconds on the clock, and as you can see, we'll start our flight, well, slightly at the top right of the map, above Stalba and Kameshki, and we'll end it close to Sosnovka Island. And therefore, that means we might, even though with a grain of salt, we might get one of the Sosnovka Island circles in the last game. And as you know, it's last game, fast game. We still have a few teams who can maybe reach the top spots. Primal, Triema, they still have their options open. Let's see who will be able to reach the top prize pool, and where the heck is the play? And there we go. First to drop out are Tilt Factory. Following them, we have Vulcan and Leuthen Rentane, as well as Kitchen and the Next Gen Boomer, Sternum, Perpetua Feia, Primal, winners of last match. Then we have All Against Us and Skara Sommerland, as well as Triema. Next up in the plane, we have Washed, as well as more of the Next Gen Boomers. I'm not quite sure how they are splitting. It looks weird. Then, last but not least, Unwanted dropping out, at least with one player. Now, the last two was, well, and there we go. Match number 6. 2, we have a hot drop. It's, well, kind of looking like it with Trema and Storanam, Perpetua Feia and Storanam over here. Already shots in the direction of one of their plays, which is Alexander, still in the air, trying to land close to the school and apps compound. Aside from that, well, no hot drops. And it looks like we already have a push there by Perpetua Feia. Fluffy and Flying doing what Flying's name suggests, flying in a compound. On the other side, we have 2 players of Storanam. Fluffy, an M16. Flying with the Shotty and the M4. Spectre moving as well. Psycho might be searching for a car. Soda as well, only with an M16 and an AUG. The M16, the sniper. Alexander with the barrel only. No helmet, just found his vest. And in the back we can see Simon advancing as well. That's Kjell quite close to him. Just waiting for him to make the move in the direction of his teammates. First spray, not successful. Kjell able to dodge that for a moment. On me arriving as well. Alright. I'm gonna go for the high ground. He's Kjell, and Kjell is a bit too late. Not able to dodge that. Same goes for Zyko, who might get knocked out by Vlad in there. With the VSS. No chance for him. Suriname with a kill of their own. Backthrow behind a tree. Has Alexander in front of him and, well, realizes that too late. Fluffy and Flying need to heal. Oh, well, Fluffy needs to heal, Flying not. And this is not looking too good. For Suriname and Perpetual Failure. Longest way so far for Tilt Factory. And now as a fight, it seems. Mom with the kill against Kjell. Confirms. We see that Zyko is not really... Well, I'm gonna say happy, but not confident in his teammate getting him back and winning that fight, it seems. Already dropping out of the game. Not quite sure why he switched to Mikey. Marv saying, alright, I'm gonna take the high ground. Might be able to get the kill against Alexander. He pushes further a bit. Might see him down there. Thing. Vladen back. Six minutes already played in this match. 6 minutes closer to the end of Season 7 of the PUBG Nordic League. I'm waiting for Fluffy to make a move. Still has to watch out though. There are way more opponents than just two. Two if we only count Perpetual Failure. But they're not the only opponents close. Because we also have Trema there, willing to get some more points. All against us moving forwards, as we can see in the back. I wanted to go for Slim Traps with some shots over here in the direction of Ibra. Not able to get a knock in though. Broken move. Alexander with the knock against Fluffy. And that means Flying is the sole survivor for Perpetual Failure. Shots coming in by Marv and the other players from Trema. Simon already close to the compound. Same goes for Mom. He's circling back again to his bicycle, to his bike. Dropped over here. Flying with shotty in hand, just waiting for his chance. Maybe getting a knock. Maybe getting a kill. Maybe nothing. We'll see. Ibra has seen Lito. Hop back over here. Like that time. Yeah, I heard those shots, but nah, I'm not gonna move. Always heard these shots from Alexander and gets him off. Helping flying in the process. And spotted as well. It's coming in. Bladden also switching to the shotty, and that nade almost seals his fate. One more nade and it would be it for him. 2 flashes and 3 smokes. Oh, and Vlad, unfortunately not able to use his shotty. And this could be good for flying. Because Treman knows Soda's over here. But I'm not quite sure they know that flying is there. And if they win that fight against Sornam, they might try to get out of the compound. Soda says, alright, I'm gonna dodge this. Not gonna try to fight this. Soda says, alright, you can try. Run if you want. You still might die. And this is the perfect situation for flying. Prima does not know he's still there. At least I reckon they still not know. So he just needs to wait for Triema to get away there. And he still might be able to get his teammates back, because over here, they're still quite close to his position. This blue chip recall station. And that might mean Perpetua Fea might be able to play with all 3 players, because one did get away. Psycho did disconnect. And over here we have a next fight. All against us versus Skara Sommerland. Ibra unfortunately eliminated by OG. Let's sort it correctly. Yeah. Kitchen, top of the hill. That made, well, that wasn't good. I'm quite sure why no one is playing this top window. Quickie with the knock against Ali. Only not good again. Panzer in hands of Fodes though. Not quite sure who he tried to hit there. I mean, it was perfectly on the point for Brault, but nothing which would knock him or kill him. Go back over to that fight again. O'Connell trying to come in from the back. Alright, maybe I can find a kill there. Oh, there is a BRDM there. They want to take that. If they can without casualties. If not, maybe with casualties. Simon getting the kill against the PD. We'll still stay with this fight here. Both against Inzi. Oh, and he gets knocked and almost flushed. Blue donate. Second one. Might be enough to kill in the. Just barely not. O'Connell with the kill against Broken. So all against us now in a 2 against 3 situation. 2 against 3 against 1. To be precise. But not sure what to do. Oh, that next blue zone name wasn't too bad. Wasn't too bad. Could have been a bit overthrown. Good position for them in the circle. The only close fight we have. Over there. Prima over there. Young here and Flying going for the recalls. Question is, will he get 3 teammates back or 2? I mean, he most likely will have collected all 3 chips, but he will only get 2. Well, he might get 3 teammates back, but one of them might be AFK. Spectre and Fluffy already in the plane here. Ellie coming back as well. That's the recall. Oh, Spectre. Bro, you will die. You will be so dead, man. Just look above. Look up, Mikey. Look up. It's a kill for you. Oh. Or not. Bro, Mikey, Squeaky, and Nipa. That would have been a free kill for you guys. That would have been such a free kill. Oh, that smoke. Spectre is not doing himself a favor. Like I said, he's eliminated. Huh? How did I... What? I did right click on the INSEE and landed back. I'm not sure what PUBG does sometimes. You're enjoying with the knock against Cyper. Go well with the re-knock against your enjoyer. There's someone willing to take the fight against us. And they might feel like that perfect nade against World by Hoji. Holy. They might feel like that with Vulcan advancing as well. That's a stolen BRDM. Vulcan advancing. Sexy and Brult in trouble. Now the roof moved by a O'Connell. There. Oh, that was a smoke. O'Connell eliminated by NZ. Just leaves 3 players left for Vulcan. Kartoffel goes down as well. And I had to show you this from the aerial view. The healing. Almost could have spotted Ali if there wasn't Brult over here. Let's see. All this. No. Well, two flashes left for Scar Summerland. All against us with 2 flashes and a smoke. Vulcan, well, there's only Young Hay left. 60 shot knocked by in the end. Now it's just Brult. Last man standing. Getting pushed with those 2 flashes they still had. And all against us eliminated on ring 13. Here, pushing forwards. Almost. This is Carry blown to pieces, and Danner is able to get the kill. Vulcan eliminated on ring 12. 2 players left only for Kitchen. Not quite sure how that happened. Well, that most likely must have happened while we were in that fight between Skara Sommerland, Vulcan, and the other team. Fluffy. Still alive as last man standing, or last woman standing for Perpetua Veia. Yeah, that wasn't good. Kills Pajestics, gets into the car, which has no tires left after that panzer shot, and is surprised by Baramas. Alexander coming in from the side. 2 players left standing for Stodanam. While Lito gets 2 kills before he gets killed himself by Primal. I'm off with the... Did Alex... Oh, Alex had no weapon. How unfortunate. And now from behind, it's Unwanted coming in. Paolo with the first spray against Lazzoli. Nade. Might be perfect. Oh, rolling back as well. Tries to heal. Not successful. It's just Valeos. Oh, somehow gets the knock against Cocky. Molly is perfect, and that's it. GG well played. Tilt Factory out on rank number 9. South of the circle, or southwestern part of the circle, belongs to Unwanted now. If there wouldn't be another team pushing forwards, which is Washed. Washed says, alright, we're gonna take you guys out. Tommy Bot knocked by Kova. Cocky, Harry, and Talau is still left alive. More nades coming in. Perfect nade. Theoretically perfect nade against Cocky. Who's just lucky though. He's Stratos, but just too late. Moving forwards. Harry still staying behind his cover. Gets some nice shots in against Life Full of Sorrow. Blues on Nate as well. Gets pressured by the blue though. Washed. Left with 2.5 player. Well, Primal says, alright. Let's go for that fight. More points on the board. We need more points. Another nice nade. Not perfect. Molly. That was better. Harry coming in from behind. Gets 1 kill against Stratos. Last man standing for Unwanted. Might be able to go for the rest on Talau if there would not be another team advancing as well. Which right over here is the lineup from Triema. Kitchen eliminated. Nipa spotted by NZ. They're showing they're all Unwanted. Eliminated on ring 5 by Triema. 10 kills for them this match. And we're down to our last 4. 2 players left for Primal. 3.5 each for Skara Sommerland and Triema, and 4 players left for the next Jamboomers over here in the last compound of the match. Well, Patrick loses his life against Bellini Monkey. Urenjoy with the knock against Hoji. I'm not quite sure how he did that. And from where? Oh, there we go. Right, pushing forwards. They need to move forwards. BRDM, well, that is quite an unfavorable position for their BRDM, I will say. I'm not quite sure how you did that, guys. There should have been a lot of speed involved, I guess. Simon, he's the BRDM, has the links. So far, most damage in the game. 5 kills for Yura Enjoyer. Oh, and gets a perfect headshot against Bellini Monkey. Almost another knock against OG. Oh, nice tech against Fotis. Just barely 9 HP remain. Was that 91 damage headshot? There's 4 bullets left. Waiting for Euro Enjoyer to make his move. Best position so far. Still, even though they are barely in the next circle, most likely, for the next gen boomers. Quite sure why it didn't shift again, even though I aimed at him. Simon with the knock against Fotis. That is not looking too good for Skara Summerland. As well as for Primo, because they lose their first one. And they almost lose their last one. Euro Enjoyer just clinging to his last few HP before he gets eliminated by Slim Preps for Trema. 3 players left standing for Skara Summerland with 6 kills so far. We have 12 for Trema already. And the next gen boomers with just 1. Mar 50 knock against Incy, and Skara Summerland says, alright, we'll kill ourselves. Molly, blue zone, that's it for them. And now, it's a 3 against 4. Or 4 against, well, alright, or not. Fortman killing Godfiller. Not quite sure if he was disconnected or something, or if they just want to say, well, let's not risk it giving those points to Trema. Not quite sure though, because Trema currently is on 3rd, and the next gen boomers are in last place. They might get more points than retired and expired. Petron, the M16 in hand. Almost knocked there. Marv with the knock against Zetron. Hotman smoking forwards. That's alright, guys. Come closer. Join us. You will almost not regret it. Him with nade in hand. Quite your way through that. Way too far. Against 4. Simon has TNT there. Nice spray. First knock. Max knock. And just 1 left, and he pros down, but does not get the kill. Another point on the board for the next gen boomers, but Mar from behind, and that's it. GG, well played. Woodman Chicken Dinner. Trema does it with 16 kills in the last match of the last day of the PUBG Nordic League Season 7, plus 2,962.22 kills, damage, and 15 assists. Holy smokes. They wanted to wreck that lobby, I would reckon. Let's hop over to the last leaderboard. And I'm gonna calculate the points for you guys, or try it at least. We had 2 kills for all against us. They had 45 points. Price means 47. Then we have 1 point for Vulcan. They had 74, means 75. Then 1 point as well for Perpetual Failure with their rank 11, means 38 points for them in this lobby. 2 points for Leuthenantain plus their 62 means 64. Tilt Factory is 2 points as well. Plus their 67 means 69 points. Then, first team in the placement points. Suriname, 3 points for kills, 1 point for placement means 4. So they had 43 in total. 2 points and 1 point for placement as well for washed means 3. They had 86 points prior, just barely getting the 89 point, not making it to the 90. Then we have Kitchen. 3 kills, a plus 2 placement points. They had 94 points prior. That unfortunately is not enough to reach the 100 points, so just barely 99 points for them in this lobby. Unwanted with 4 kills, a plus 3 placement points for rank 5. Means 7 points in total. Plus the 102 they had prior means 109. Primal, the leaders of the Group A versus C leaderboard. 8 kills, a plus 4 placement points means 12. They had 118 prior means 130. Scarra Summerland, they got 6 kills, a plus additionally 5 placement points means 11 in total. They had, after the first 11 matches, 67 points means 78 in total. Then we have 2 points for the next gen boomers, plus 6 points for the good old placement. 8 points in total means they got 39 points. And last but not least, 3M are taking home 26 points to their 85. Means 111. They get in front of Unwanted, but not in front of Primal. And therefore, winners of the Group A versus C are Primal. Let's hop over to the leaderboard and see if what I said is correct. At least I hope it is. It hasn't been updated yet. But we'll see in a few seconds. I'm going to blow my nose, and then hopefully the leaderboard will be updated. Well, it hasn't been updated yet, but we'll still load and wait for it. You will not see it load, but I will. I'm using my browser, not the browser source. Let's see. Quite sure if Primal will make it. It will be tough thing. They still were behind Hypebeast and No Slack. So this will be quite close for them. La 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 la. Oh well, I'm gonna switch to the cam so you can see my reddish nose. And well, like I said, unfortunately, it seems I catch the flu, and therefore I have to blow my nose quite regularly, which is not too good for it, and not too good for me because it's quite annoying as well. Still have no updated leaderboard yet. I hope we'll get that in a few seconds. Otherwise, I'm not quite sure if I want to sit here for longer as needed. Like I said, I would love to switch back to my sofa. All right, we're gonna calculate it the old way. I'm gonna add the points for the last match manually. Maybe in the meantime, we'll switch over. All right, let's switch to the overall leaderboard. No Slack had 255 points. The Hypebeast 245. We had Primal with 12 points additionally. So that means 246. They will get up to rank 2, taking over the position from the Hypebeast with 1 more point. Trema were on rank 4 with 230, plus an additional 26 points, means 256. Going all the way up to rank number 1. They take over the lead with the last chicken dinner of the day from No Slack for first place and $300 prize pool money. So, first place, Trema. Second place, No Slack. Third place, Primal. Fourth place, place 4 for the Hypebeast. Washed had 190 points. Well, they only get 4 points. 3 points means 193. Unwanted had 188 plus. So they had 2 points less. Plus additionally 7 points means they have 195 taken over that position from Washed. So Unwanted on rank 6, Washed on rank 7. Washed on 6, Unwanted on 5. That's the correct way. Then we have the Search Traps with 168 points. They did get more points. Kitchen with 157 behind them only get 5 points. So they get 162. Nothing changes. 142 for Lathan Rentine plus additionally 2 points means 144. They stay in front of NWP. Late to Party still stays at 136. Let's see if this has been updated yet. No. Vulcan played 127 points. They get an additional 1 point, means 128. So they still stay behind Late to Party. Then we have Tilt Factory with 124. They got an additional... Where are they? 2 points. So 126 for them, still staying behind Vulcan. The Young Danes had 113, getting no points this match because they didn't play. Then we have Scarra Sommerland with 106 points. They got an additional 9 points. No, gotta correct myself. 11 points. So 117. So they will get to rank number 14. Perpetual Vega had 100 points plus an additional 1 point means 101. Higos Amigos will stay at their 95 points. Same goes for Dragon's Kiss with 90. All against us 76 plus 2 points means 78. Suriname had 76. They get an additional 4 points, means 80. So they will take over rank number 19 from All Against Us. Then we have the Boastcaster 75, 6 feet 4 fully tethered with 63. The next Gen Boomers had 57. They got an additional 8 points, means 65, taking over that position, 22 from 6 feet 4 fully tethered. And last but not least, retired and expired, 24, 55 points for them, plus an additional no points. That didn't play as well, it seems. Or I'm just too dumb to see them. Yeah, no, they didn't play. So retired and expired. Did not play in the last match as well. So no points for them. And that means your champions of the PUBG Nordic League Season 7 are, with that win and the chicken dinner, in match number 6 of the last day. Trema taking home $300. Then we have $200 as well for second place, which is No Slack. Third place was $160. Should be Primal. Then fourth place was $120 for the guys from from the Hypebeasts. Then 5th place for Washed, if I'm not mistaken. No, 5th place for Unwanted, 6th place for Washed, which means $100 for 5th place, $80 for 6th place, and last but not least, $48 for rank number 7, which should be, if I'm not mistaken, the Thirst Traps. And that's it. GG, well played. I hope I see you again for the next iteration of the PUBG Nordic League, and say goodbye, have a nice evening, till next time.